Hello and welcome to the Ski Summit Real Estate Show number 92. I can't believe we've been doing this for 92 episodes and I'm still not very good at it.
You're doing great.
This is where we talk about what's important for buying and selling in Summit County and living in Colorado. There's all kinds of fun to be had, so we're going to touch a little base on the highlights of what's happening in Summit County this weekend, how's the market, and some top mountain real estate buys. I'm your host, Matt Dayton, Cornerstone Real Estate. Thank you so much for joining us. I got Benji with Benji Does, my producer and side stream live kick. Did I say that right?
You did really good.
Thanks. So Benji's going to be monitoring the chat for us. Please give us a thumbs up or a like. Either way, we enjoy having your company and appreciate you being here. So what do we have on the docket today, Benji?
We've got a special guest today.
We do have a special guest, somebody that really will bring a lot of knowledge and information here. We've got Heidi with Mountain Comfort Furnishings. Heidi Jarski. Hello, Heidi.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you doing, Matt?
I'm doing great. Heidi and her husband, Andy, own Mountain Comfort Furnishings in Frisco. You also have a store in California. Isn't that correct?
Not anymore, but we did for a long time.
Okay. All right. I thought that, there was something else.
Yeah, there's been Mountain Comforts we've been in business for 38 years. So there's been, I think at one point there was like 22 stores. So
oh my gosh,
a whole, range of things happening.
Well, I absolutely love your store in Frisco. There is so much to look at, so much to choose from. What are some highlights or the focus point of your store there in Frisco?
Well, we've been around for 38 years, and in that time, we've definitely kind of focused our business on high quality furniture that's going to last for a long time within the mountain region. As we all know, it's really dry here. The sun beats things up. Mm-hmm. So the best thing is to buy quality furniture because it will last longer. And so that's kind of what we focus on. Is high quality furniture, lighting, accessories, and we also do, we're actually the only Hunter Douglas gallery in the region.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Good to know.
And we have a full gallery showroom, so you could come and see all the Hunter Douglas window covering products, and we can demonstrate how they all work, including, manual operation as well as power.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
well, that's good to know. The blind thing up here is definitely with the sun, and like you mentioned, beating down on the furniture. So good to have good blinds. So yes. I'll tell you my blind man joke later off the air. So, well, awesome. Well, thanks for being here. I just had some questions for you.
Absolutely.
I was curious, what are some of the design trends that we're seeing that are coming into our mountain culture right now?
Yeah, so with mountain furniture, I think that there's always been a tendency to have warm, soft textures in the mountain region, but I'm seeing that kind of played up into a larger sense where instead of it just being a soft fabric, we're seeing like full on furs, even sheepskin, what they call alpaca rugs, and just a lot of really, really deep textures. And I can show you.
Yeah, what deep textures? I'm very curious.
Let's see here.
And then when you say deep textures, is that along the lines of feeling, or when you're like visual, or both?
Both tactile. Here's my screen here. So you can see in this picture here, see this, this is actually a sheepskin rug. You see a lot of those played throughout more mountain things. You want, because it's kind of, cold here in the winter and sometimes in the summer, a lot of people want to have some tactile feeling of things that are softer and have a lot of textural weight to them.
Yeah, I feel like you can. I mean, it is cold here, and it's like, how do you keep something looking not cluttered or anything, but make it warm? So that's
yeah. So a lot of people, what they do is they kind of layer the textures, and we're also seeing, either very neutral, a lot of beiges and creams. But we're definitely moving away from the gray trend, which I
are we really?
Anyway.
Okay. Stop painting everything gray.
I like
gray. Just
stop the gray. Stop the gray. Yeah, we're seeing a big movement away from it. No more gray flooring, no more gray walls, counters, cabinets. That is going to feel dated in about 5 years, and you're going to regret it. So timeless colors, timeless woods. like natural woods and more just a neutral brown are going to be more timeless and last longer.
And that's, you see so many people putting tons and tons of money into remodeling their properties, and they look really good, like with the trends and everything right now. But that's the thing. It's like, and then in 5 years, is it all going to change? I like the idea of timeless. It's also a lot more green, in my opinion.
Yes, yeah, it is. And it's actually easier to maintain because the gray stuff, it tends to mark up more,
Oh,
and it's actually kind of harder to match because browns, they're just warmer, so there's a lot more things that go with it. The grays, once you're solidly in that gray color space, it's hard to go back and pull some warmth into it. So it's just a lot harder to make it all work together. So
yeah. And I've been in your store before, and it never seemed like you guys did a lot of stuff in that that direction. You didn't feel like you were walking into um, one of these showrooms that's like very trendy,
yeah,
for lack of a
and
better
like,
term.
that's kind of what our store does. We're not, the latest fashion trend where it's going to be fashionable this year, but next year it's going to be out. We'd like to look at things that have a more longevity, and we like to pop some fun things in there, but we want people to buy something that they can feel comfortable, that they will be able to put this in their home. It's going to last longer, and it's going to be something that they can, it's a true investment, not just something that they
Right.
throw away in a few years.
I
Which
love
also
that.
brings me to another subject is like, sustainability is big in our world today.
Hmm.
And, the fast fashion industry is definitely part of the whole design and furniture industry. And those pieces, they're inexpensive, but they don't last long. And then you're just adding to more of the landfill by being, super trendy all the time with that. So, buying quality, buying something that's a little more timeless. And if you do want to have things switched out, then, maybe buy like some pillows or switch it out with a paint
Right.
color so that it doesn't have to, you don't feel that you have to throw it away.
Now that I like that absolutely. In Summit County, we are short on landfill space, so keep it out of there. That's good.
Yeah.
Um, what are you seeing as far as just if you were going to try to give somebody a suggestion for where they could get the most bang for their buck when they're presenting their home, whether it's just trying to make it look nice or staging it to sell?
Yeah, I think, the biggest thing is going through and decluttering. So, first do that. Declutter all of your personal effects, all of the things that you have sitting around in corners.
Mm.
Start there, decluttering, and then going back and looking at your rooms and saying, okay, is this still too cluttered? Do we need to add a few things? Do we need to rearrange things? What are the colors that we have in this room? How can we play this up? And also, if you have furniture that is up against the walls, specifically in a living room, bring them all together in a cluster. Maybe put a rug underneath it if it's hardwood floor, or even if it's carpet, you can get a rug and you can layer the rugs. So you want to anchor the space and basically kind of give it an outline so that when people do come into your home, they can get a real feel of what this space is used for.
Yeah, no, that's great. I always, you walk into a home sometimes and you're just like, did they just spin the room and everything went to the outside up against the walls? What happened here? So,
Yeah, and I
uh,
think also is, the big thing in a living room is there's usually two things competing for each other. It's either a fireplace or a TV. So you have
mm,
to pick which one you want to be your focal point. And if you want to downplay one and play up the other, you can't compete with both because there's something unsettling about having too many focal points in a room. So you got to really pick where you want the focus to go.
okay, so I got a little challenge for you on that.
Okay.
So we have a property that is listed up um, in Ruby Ranch in Silverthorne. And this particular property is a gorgeous property. It's got so many great things going for it. Over 9 acres. It's got this gorgeous Ruby Ranch setting,
Wow.
as you can see right here. Yeah, it's so pretty. Privacy, gated community, ranch, horses if you want them, hiking, everything you could ever want in Summit County.
Did you say 10 acres, Matt? It comes with 10 acres?
Almost 10 acres. Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, over 9 acres. So, and the house has got these great bases, big, huge, tall ceilings, lots of lighting. We tried with, you can see here the furniture, we pulled it in, but it's such a large space and just trying to figure out the best way to utilize it. When we got this listing, all the furniture was kind of more focused around the TV, which didn't feel as inviting or quite right. But I don't know. What would your suggestions, your thoughts on this space here?
The only thing that really sticks out to me is the rug is a little transit or a little traditional and maybe a little dated. So I think maybe getting a different rug that's a little more neutral, that's more transitional to appeal to both, like more modern buyers as well as, your traditional type of buyer.
Okay. Yeah. So is it just kind of a little too busy with the rug, do you think?
Yeah,
Or-
I just think that the colors, they're just they're a little more dated than I think most people would be excited about. And that's the biggest thing that sticks out to me. And
Okay.
then, I don't know if that ledge with the rock with the TV on it.
Yeah. Right here.
Yeah, if you can I would almost remove the TV altogether because that's like the first thing people see. And I know it's a big thing for buyers, like, where am I going to put my TV?
Sure.
But in a listing picture, you want it to be focused on, here's this cozy living room. Come and, enjoy these beautiful views.
So would you just put like a little mountain lion up there or something?
Yeah, definitely.
Like at that point, what do I put up there?
You could just put something simple like a vase or even just, a flower arrangement or something.
Okay. All right. Or a Yeti. We could
Or
put
Yeti. Yeah, have
Yeti.
Yeti sit up there and greet all of your
a Yeti
all
post
of
up
your
there.
yes.
Not my dog, but the actual Yeti.
Oh,
So,
the actual Yeti. Okay.
yeah.
I was thinking your cute dog Yeti.
He is. Well, thanks. That's that's really helpful. So it's fun to share. So we're going to jump into, and we'd love to have you stick around and make some comments on the properties here, and also share a little bit of insight with your knowledge. But what do we got next for us, Benji?
The next thing that I've got is what is going on in Summit County. We've got a few festivals that are going on. This first one is Breckenridge Bluegrass Beer Festival.
Oh, yes. How did you guys do the October Festival?
Yeah, my husband loves to go up to Breckenridge for the Oktoberfest, but I've never been to the Bluegrass one, but it sounds really fun.
I think this one might end up being a little bit more low key. The one thing I heard about the Oktoberfest was anybody that went on Saturday, it was pretty crazy. It was
It tends to
definitely
it reminds me of college days.
Yeah, does it? Yeah. It's exactly. It's definitely a lot of 20-somethings having a lot of beer. They're having fun. I gotta hand it to them. But so I think this Bluegrass and Beer Festival might be a little more low key on that. And then if you don't like beer, what else do we have for him, Benji?
The next thing I've got, it shut off my share, is the Breckenridge Strings. I think this is the thing. Okay, close it.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Ciders and beers.
Ciders and beers. So we got some ciders, string festival, some bluegrass stuff. Or not bluegrass, but I don't know actually what are they doing for music? Strings. I guess maybe something more a little
Looks
bit more
like guitars, standing bass. There might be a fiddle.
Okay. Cool. So that'll be happening there, kind of like more over the Village area into Main Street. So maybe a little more low key, but a couple things to check out this weekend. So
yeah,
and take advantage of these awesome fall colors. Get outside,
have a drink,
and have a beer. We do more than drink up here, believe it or not.
Promise.
We save most of that for the middle of winter.
The next thing that I've got is the market update. Are you going to show us something with your screen?
Yes, I will show you something with my screen.
All right,
so
I'm gonna get out of the way.
As of right now, everybody's probably heard the big news that the Fed has lowered the interest rates and all that good jazz. So how does that affect our market? Well, the interest rates kind of already came down prior to the Fed lowering the rates. But as you can see right now, new listings, the supply is coming down a bit. So here we are, 2022, 2023 in gold, and then black is a current year. So we're kind of more right around where we were at 2022, which was pretty pretty low, not super low. We're definitely, much higher than where we were in 2021, which isn't shown on here. But as you can see, it's fairly typical to see like June is the highest amount of listings in Summit County. People are just bringing their properties on the market, and then slowly they kind of sell off through the summer months. We kind of got, as you can kind of see, we got a little bit more stagnant in here as far as the demand. So we didn't see that dip much in our inventory, but we're seeing just kind of as we get toward the end of the season, things are either A, going under contract, or B, sellers are deciding to take it off the market for winter. So new properties under contract. You can see past years, we actually saw a little bit of an uptick here in August. So that was some good demand that we saw, helped us out a little bit. And then September, we're seeing new pendings a little bit lower, but I think that's also just a lot indicative of the time of year. Lenders are really busy right now. So that's, I think, a sign that we're going to see a lot more people with financing entering the market and not going to be all cash buyers. So that's what we got for the market here.
Oh yeah.
Let me stop sharing.
That's some great info. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, I think we'll see a little bit of an uptick before things go quiet for the holidays.
Alrighty. The next thing I've got is the news thing, and we're talking about the Fed changing their rates.
Yeah. So we had Chris Magnotta on the show last week. Talked a lot about what this looked like, and the big question I hear a lot of, especially real estate agents saying, "Oh, the Fed just lowered the interest rates. We're going to see mortgage rates come down now." When in actuality, the mortgage rates already came down. They kind of preload that. So it's more, mortgage rates are a little more sensitive to the 10-year yield more than what the Fed's doing. But however, if we see a continued push on, the Fed rate staying lower, that's going to help keep mortgage rates lower. And that just is going to really encourage people. People take a little while to get into the market. So I think we'll see them coming back in here soon. So, but that I think we're certainly seeing a little bit of a turning point in our market. And I think a lot of it has to do with the buyer perception. So,
Hey, Matt, do you happen to know what the current 30-year fixed rate is?
we're right around that 6. I've actually heard some people lock in under 6. It's always going to be fluctuating a little bit. But I think that we're seeing people lock in right around that range.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's opportunity, and it's much more attractive than we were at 8. 6 is better than 8.
We made it. We're here. It's the MLS Check, this week's top properties.
So for top properties for Summit County, we got a little bit of a focus on some water properties today. And Heidi, I'd love you to charm in. You can charm in anytime. Chime in anytime you want as far as any insights on decor, things you like, things that you would might help these properties show better, what you would do. They're not my listing, so I will take no offense.
All right, this is our first one. This is 35245 Highway 9, Silverthorne, Colorado.
So just north of Silverthorne along the Blue River. We did our little repairing.
That's too cool.
This is really cool property.
That is cool.
Oh my gosh.
And no, that's not a stethoscope. It has 2 garages. It's got, big, huge garages, one on either side. So if you're into burnouts, absolutely. If you're into burnouts and just doing laps, you could definitely build a great track on this one.
Look how pretty.
So pretty.
That's a beautiful log house.
Oh, I love log. Log is just so, like we were talking about, Heidi, and just the timelessness of log. It's
quintessential mountain house.
It's never going to get old, and you can mix it with so many things. I've seen modern, I've seen traditional. Yeah.
Do they
They
have
call this the
exclusive
Giving Tree
river rights
Lodge.
on this property?
Do they have what?
Exclusive river rights on that property?
That's a great question. Maybe you watched our show the other day. This one backs up to the river, so you've got a fair amount of frontage for creek frontage, but it doesn't actually have the water or the land going under the water. So that's owned by the neighboring property. So
Oh, interesting.
that's the interesting thing about like you own the land under the water. You can float on the water. You're not trespassing. But if you touch the ground, you're trespassing. Which you've probably know about
Don't put
that.
your feet down.
Don't put your feet down. So, but it's got huge waterfront stretch, probably over 600 feet.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, really pretty. There's your the skin. They did a good job.
There you
with
go.
that.
See the fur.
Yeah, they did a nice job with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love the fireplaces. They use these river rocks and stacked them all like a herringbone pattern or something. They look really neat.
Yeah,
Really
cool.
creative.
Yeah, I like how they kind of did a Native American theme and they kind of spread it throughout the house, which is really smart.
Stuck with something.
Yep.
Yeah. That's unlike what I ever do with my house. I'm more
We
of an
see some
eclectic.
eclectic stuff on here.
Yes, I fall into the eclectic category.
There was a house that had a
In my own
dragon
fault.
on the roof of it once.
Oh yeah, the dragon house. I'd love to show Heidi the
Oh,
dragon house.
interesting.
Yes, that one was great. Well, it was tastefully done though. It was nice stuff, but it was eclectic.
Yeah, it was very.
Wow, look at that bunk room.
That you could sleep some grandkids in there. Just saying.
And it looks like it goes up higher. Or
It
is that
does have
just
like a
window?
little loft area up in there. Yeah,
How many
Cool.
square feet is this house?
it's over 7,000.
Wow.
It's huge.
It's a
It's the
big
size
house.
of a Walmart.
It
Look
is
at that.
very big. That's just one side. You got the other side with another 3 bays on it.
Wow, that's a beautiful property.
Really
Yeah.
is.
Really pretty.
All right.
21 acres, 21.85.
Here's the next one. This one is 189 Ginger Quill Lane, and it's going for just under $7 million.
Just under. So this one, so Heidi, you familiar? This isn't right there, Tiger Run, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
Rarely see these properties come on the market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, such a unique location.
Wow.
This one actually does the river goes through the property, so the property goes all the way out to the highway there.
Wow, that's really cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's got a shared bridge kind of with some of the neighbors there, and just a cool little spot back in there.
That's really neat.
Yeah, but it's super unique to get. You got on the other side of the river, so it's going to be, I would imagine, quiet.
Look at that.
It's fun.
Yeah,
A
I
little
like that.
dark. Wow. Yeah. It seems like it's really pretty, but it definitely seems dark.
I guess they probably bought that sofa from us like 15 years ago. I think that
They probably did.
yeah.
They probably
And
did.
those chairs.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything you do to make this space just pop? It's really pretty, but it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, I think maybe like I said again with the rugs, just maybe updating it, maybe the bedding, with something a little more updated and removing those valances. I think I would definitely get rid of those.
Balances are no more.
Yeah, and that arch of floral or above that headboard probably.
You don't like that?
You can make potpourri.
It looks
You
like my
could.
hair from a few years ago.
Yeah. a few years ago.
Just a few. Had a jerry curl. It was all wet.
Awesome. Gosh, great space. It seems like somebody could really do some fun
I
stuff.
love this. And I think it looks like there's glass in these spaces here too.
There's got to be, because otherwise you just fall through, right?
Can you imagine a billiard ball
Doesn't
going
be
off the
code.
side?
Oh yeah, don't let me play pool up there.
Bonk.
Big log furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gosh, you think, so many of these houses are sold furnished. And it would, the daunting task of furnishing a property that's like, these 6,000, 7,000 square foot homes. Um, that's just like, do you ever just go into some big house and just tell them everything to buy, Heidi?
Yes. In fact, we do that a lot. People come in and they're just overwhelmed, and we just, we come out to their house, take pictures, take measurements, and, we talk to them about their needs, and we put together a complete design package for them. So
Oh,
they don't
that
have
would,
to worry about it.
if I had, $7 million, I'd just be like, well, to buy a house, I clearly would have a decent furniture budget. I'd just,
Yes,
Furnish my
moving too.
abode, please.
yeah, I'd
Yeah,
just
and
be
that's
like,
the other thing is a lot of people, like, they get stuck on, well, I like this, this, and this, certain pieces, but then they don't really work together. So it's like, okay, well, in this room we can do this, so that it
Yeah.
all flows together. And I think that's one of the hardest things that people are able to pull it all together and keep it like a cohesive look around the house.
no, it's that whole like design furnishing side, that's overwhelming to me.
Oh, well, we'd love to do it. So if you ever have, anybody that needs help with it, we'd love to do it.
Oh, absolutely. Once you're passionate, you're good at it.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
fun.
This one is 245 Flyline Drive in Silverthorne.
These are really unique. I actually sold one of these last fall.
I remember
that?
these.
Yeah,
Yes.
you remember those?
It's a good
So-
video. Yeah.
Yeah, right on the river or right on the pond. You
That
got
view of the mountain is unmatched.
so gorgeous, and right
Yeah.
now it's just
Over
amazing.
the water.
Trout in that pond, so pretty. So duplex style. Yeah.
There it is. Look at that.
Yeah,
That's-
and they
that's
definitely
your
saw
view.
that pond because we fished in it, and there is a lot of fish in there.
Yes, you can see them swimming all over.
Yes.
You do not just typically see trout swimming around like that.
No,
Look at that.
yeah,
That
that's
is
gorgeous.
so pretty. So pretty.
It's a
Yeah.
good looking place.
It is. They've done a really good job with these. They're really just more traditional, for sure.
What's the name of that development? Is it Angler Mountain?
Yeah, those
Okay.
are Angler Mountain Ranch Lakeside townhomes. So,
Yeah, those are nice.
yeah, really nice settings. I've seen a number of these. They did a good job with this one.
This is, how big? How many square feet was this one?
So 2,200 square feet.
That's a big townhouse.
Yeah, it's a really good size. It's a duplex style townhouse. So
Okay.
townhouse versus duplex, the main difference. Well, townhouses obviously you can have 3 or 4 in a row. These ones are just side by side, but you don't necessarily own the land around it. You own the footprint of the property.
Okay.
You might have like rights, landscaping, that sort of thing, but technically you own the footprint.
Well, that's a great spot.
Yeah, it is. That is so pretty. Absolutely love those. So, but
Look at that.
they might just starting to see little colors there. We're like in peak right now. The colors are going off.
Woo.
So
I know. I've already seen some trees that were bare of leaves already, and I thought, oh no, not
gotta
yet.
get out there, enjoy it. So
Yeah.
Heidi, thank you so much for being here. Really enjoy your insight. Everybody, if you need any help furnishing a property or just want to go browse around Mountain Comfort Furnishings in Frisco, it is really a great shop. So
Thank you
thanks
so much for having me, Matt.
Yeah, thank you, Heidi, for being here. Thank you, everybody, for joining our show. This has been the Ski Summit Real Estate Show. We do this live every Thursday at 2 o'clock Mountain Time. Appreciate you being here and hope to see you in the mountains soon.